Hi everyone, I hope everyone's having a great International Street Festival. This is German Trivia, hosted by the German Student Organization at the University of Georgia. So, hallo und willkommen zum GSO's trivia game. Feel free to follow along with the accompanying worksheets, which are available along with this video. Germany and German-speaking people have a rich culture and history, so hopefully this can be an introduction to you as you learn more. So we are going to be your hosts for this game. I'm Katie. I'm the president of the German Student Organization. I'm a fourth year here at UGA studying German and Entertainment and Media Studies.
Hi, I'm Mary. I am the vice president of GSO. I am a fourth year as well, majoring in biology, and I'm minoring in German.
And I'm Monica. I'm the membership coordinator of the GSO, and I'm a third year majoring in German and history.
All right, now that we've introduced ourselves, hope you guys have a great time and learn something with this trivia game.
All right, so our first question is, Lederhosen, a style of traditional German dress, originated from which area of Germany? Your options are A, Bavaria, B, Bremen, C, North Rhine-Westphalia, and D, Hamburg. I'm going to give you a few seconds to choose which answer you think is correct. All right, let's see the answer. It was Bavaria. So the clothing that most people think of as traditionally German actually originates from the state of Bavaria in southern Germany. In fact, a lot of features that we think of as German in nature actually come from Bavaria, such as pretzels.
Okay, and our next question, it asks, Oktoberfest starts in which month? And you can choose from A, August, B, September, C, October, and D, November. And so I'll also give you a few more seconds to fill out your sheet. And let's see the answer. And the answer is September. The festival is actually originally held in October, but as festivities expanded, as the celebration became more popular, the festival's start date was moved to September. And the festival's end date is always the first Sunday of October. And so it's natural that the festival starts in September to allow this.
Okay, we're going to go with a little bit more of a history question. The next question is, the first blank was published in Germany in 1663. Your options are A, podcast, B, magazine, C, book, or D, newspaper. And I'll give you a couple seconds to choose your answer. Now let's see what the answer was. The answer was magazine. And the first magazine was actually called the Erbauliche Monatsunterredungen, or edifying monthly discussions. Those are some hard words in German and in English for me. But it was published by Johann Hist, who was a German theologian. I can't say any of these words. I apologize. But he was a theologian and poet. The Literary and Philosophy magazine inspired others across Europe to publish their own literary journals, and Germany actually has a really rich history when it comes to literacy of all kinds, whether it be books or magazines or other types of literature.
Okay, the next question is, most taxis in Germany are. So which brand of car are most of the taxis in Germany? Your options are A, Mercedes, B, Volkswagen, C, BMW, and D, Audi. Choose your answer now. All right, let's see the answer. All right, so the answer is Mercedes. While all of these car brands are German, the Mercedes took the taxicab world by storm. The dominance of Mercedes has actually made it difficult for Uber to compete, since it is hard to compete with the quality of a Mercedes.
And the next question is, which of these fairy tales is of German origin? And caution, there is more than one answer. And so your choices are A, Hansel and Gretel, B, Cinderella, C, Sleeping Beauty, and D, the Pied Piper. So I'll give you around 10 seconds to figure that out. Okay, let's see which ones are the correct answer. And if you chose Hansel and Gretel and the Pied Piper, you were right. So Hansel and Gretel, or in German Hänsel and Gretel, and the Pied Piper both have purely German origins. Sleeping Beauty is an originally French story, while Cinderella's origins are either Chinese or Egyptian.
So the next question asks, which of the following are authentic German candy brands? And again, there's more than one correct answer. So your options are A, Haribo, B, Knoppers, C, Nim2, or D, Rittersport. I'll give you a couple seconds to answer that question. Okay, let's see what the answers are. If you decided all of the above are German, then you would be correct. So all of them, Haribo, Knoppers, Nimm2, and Rittersport are all originally German, and there's even more really great German candy. So if you're looking for good candy, definitely look no further than the German aisle of the grocery store.
All right. The original Oktoberfest was a celebration of what? A, a birthday, B, the 10th anniversary of the city, C, a wake, or D, a wedding. Choose your answer now. All right, what is the correct answer? It was a wedding. So in October 1810, the Bavarian Crown Prince Ludwig married Princess Therese of Saxony-Hildburghausen, with festivities lasting from October 12th to October 17th. In the following years, the celebrations were repeated until they became what we know today as Oktoberfest.
This one is also a bit of a history question. And so during his presidency, President JFK visited the Berlin Wall to visit the West German people. And in his speech, he said, "Ich bin ein Berliner." But he was trying to say, "I am a Berliner," as in he's a person of Berlin, just like the people of Berlin he was talking to. But what does the more common usage of Berliner mean? I'll give you a few more seconds to try and jot down an answer. We're not giving you any answer choices this time. Okay. And the answer is a kind of jelly donut. So, as I said earlier, he said the phrase, "Ich bin ein Berliner," to try it to mean "I am a Berliner." But in some regions of Germany, the Berliner is short for a type of pastry in Germany, the Berliner Pfannkuchen. Therefore, his phrase can be taken to mean "I am a jelly donut." However, in Berlin, most people would not refer to the pastry as such, and thus understood what the former president was trying to say.
Okay, and our next question is a true or false question. So true or false, Germany was the first European country to adopt daylight savings time in World War I. So I'll give you a couple seconds to decide on that. Okay, let's see what the answer is. If you said true, then you're right. Germany still has daylight savings times to this day, even though if you were trying to figure out the time difference between Germany and the United States actually has daylight savings time happen 2 weeks before Germany does. So just be aware of that when you're trying to figure out the difference.
All right, so next question. Since 1815, how many cities have become German capitals? Answer A is 3, B, 5, C, 4, or D, 6. I'll give you a few seconds to make your choice. All right, what is the correct answer? It's 5. Since 1815, the capitals of Germany have included Frankfurt, Berlin, Bonn, Brunswick, and Wiesbaden. Bonn was actually the capital of West Germany during the Cold War.
The next The next question we have is a true or false. And thing is, there are over 26 letters in the German alphabet. And so I'll give you some time to decide between your two answers. And the answer is true. There are 4 additional letters in the German alphabet in addition to the same letters found in the English one. So there's E, Ö, and that is a double S. That's what the symbol means. And this makes the number of letters a total of 30.
Okay, and our next question is, which of the following Christmas traditions are credited as originating from Germany? And your options are A, the Christmas tree, B, Christmas caroling, C, the Advent calendar, or D, St. Lucia's celebration on December 6th. So I'll give you a few seconds to decide. And there is actually more than one answer to this question, I should say. Okay, let's see what the answers are. If you said the Christmas tree and the Advent calendar, you would be correct. St. Lucia is actually a Swedish holiday, and Christmas caroling, if you thought it was German, you were close. It actually is from Austria.
All right. Germany has more what than in every other country? Is it A, aquariums, B, zoos, C, theme parks, or D, parks? Okay, let's see the correct answer. It is zoos. Germany has 919 zoos spread across the whole country in all shapes and sizes.
Okay, and the next question is a true or false. And a Sprite created in Germany or not? True or false? I'll give you a few seconds to try and figure it out. And answer is false. But even if Sprite was not created in Germany, Fanta actually was. And it was made during World War II and originally consisted of leftover products such as whey and apple pomace. Sounds delicious.
Okay, and our next question is another history one. What year did Germany officially become a country? And your options are A, 1652, B, 1880, B, 1989, C, 1990, or D, 1761. And I'll give you a couple seconds to decide. Okay. If you said 1990, then you are correct. So while a lot of these other dates are important in German history, the Federal Republic of Germany, or the Bundesrepublik Deutschland, which is the country that we know today, was only created in 1990. And yes, that does mean that Taylor Swift is older than Germany. So that's a fun fact you can take with you from today.
The next question is musical in nature. Which of these instruments were invented in Germany? Is it A, trumpet, B, violin, C, accordion, or D, flute? I'll give you a few seconds to choose which you think were invented in Germany. Okay, what is the correct answer? It's the accordion. The accordion was invented in 1822 by Christian Friedrich Buschmann.
For our last question, which phrases can be used to say goodbye in Germany? And for this one, it can also be more than one. So I'll give you a few seconds to write down your answer. We have yet another trick question. It's all of the above. So you can say Ade, auf Wiedersehen, Tschüss, or Ciao to say goodbye in Germany. And there are many ways of saying goodbye in German. 6 countries have German as the official language, and several dialects of German are spoken throughout the world. And the most common farewell is Auf Wiedersehen, like the Von Trapps say in their song.
Even though the Von Trapps are another example of German-speaking people outside of Germany. As we all know, The Sound of Music takes place in Austria. Okay, that's our whole trivia game. We hope that you guys had a lot of fun, or at least learned something. So, Dankeschön, thank you so much. If you had fun playing this, then feel free to connect with the German Student Organization because we host events like this all the time. We also host events, we also host celebrations like Oktoberfest, Nikolaustag, or Carnival. And you can connect with us on Instagram at uga.gso or on the Student Involvement Network. And yeah, so if you had a great time, be sure to let us know. And we hope that you have a really great rest of your virtual International Street Festival this year. So thank you so much again. And tschüss.
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 You guys, it's not clicking.
So, Germany has more what? Oh.
Oh.
Right.
A, Haribo. B, Knoppers. C, Nim. How do I... It's gonna be really obvious. We're gonna try it again.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Y'all?
Mary, I'm not looking at you.
Okay.
The bloopers are getting stacked. Okay. Okay. How do I stop the recording?